Alright Beaks, I kind of want to tell you what's going on. I've got a few hives here, some swarm hives. These are swarms I've picked up this year. This is kind of my home yard. I bring some of them here. I've got some on the other, well, probably about 50 yards from here. This is where I bring everything to kind of evaluate them and see what's going on. Make sure they've got a queen. I'm going to make sure that they're laying, make sure that the brood's healthy. It's real easy to feed them while they're here. Usually when I get a swarm, because they're coming with almost nothing other than the honey they've taken up, I'll put a little feed on them, and I'll also put some pollen substitute on them. That way it kind of saves the labor force a little bit from having to work as hard to go out and gather pollen. Kind of gives them a head start. Once I've determined that they are going to be okay, that everything looks like it should, I'll start moving them out to some other places. So right now I think I've got 6 set up back here. One of them's got some serious issues. I picked it up the other day. I didn't have enough frames for the box. I was running a little short. I'd been out in the bee yard adding to some other hives and didn't have enough with me. And what happened is I checked it a few days ago thinking that they were okay. It'd been kind of cool. They weren't building a lot of wax. And when I cracked it open this evening, they've added to the bottom of the frames. Not a big deal, but it's going to take a little bit of work to fix it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe. I kind of want to take you along as I do these inspections and kind of show you what's going on. With what I've got here right now, I've got a comparison between 2 different swarms that were actually caught out of the same tree at the same time. Some issues between them. I've got another one that was a really weak swarm that I picked up. Poor queen. They've raised a new one, but we've still got some issues with it. I'm actually going to probably do a combine, so I'll show you how we're going to do that after I talk about it. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look at this other hive. Alright, so I've got a hive here I've got to do some fixing with. This is a swarm. This is one you saw in the previous video. These guys have filled out. The box they were put in really quick, and I didn't have frames in this bottom box, and they've started drawing comb. I checked about 3 days ago and they were still okay. They still have room. They weren't building anything. Well, in just the last couple of days there's been a pretty heavy flow. They've filled a lot of this, and they've got several combs here on the bottom. Let me see if I can lift this up and kind of show you. This is what we've got now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these, I'm going to transfer everybody into this box here, and we're going to get them some more room. And then I'll free this nuke back up so I've got it to put back in the swarm truck. I'll kind of show you how I'm going to go about this. I'm going to try and take off all the little pieces of comb. I'm not really going to set these guys back at all by doing this. There might be some eggs and maybe a little bit of larva, but it's nothing that the queen won't make up for in a day or two. And while I go through and do this, I'm also going to do a little bit of an inspection on this and make sure that our queen's laying pretty good. I know she was in here. I'm not too worried if I tear out some of that new comb, since we're not using it. Yeah, she doesn't even look like she's really laid in the new stuff yet, so we're good there. We'll just gently take it off. Now this frame here is primarily full of honey, and so is the one next to it. So I'm going to make sure that these two frames are to the outside. We're going to set this up just like they would if they were already in a bigger box.
How did we get so far? How did we get so far ahead of us? How did we get so far? How did we get so far ahead of us?
This frame, I'm going to leave space for one other that's down on the bottom of this. This is all honey on this side, mainly honey on this side and pollen. It would be better as an outside frame. So I'm going to see what this other one looks like. A few extra bees on the box here, and we'll just shake them in. This frame's pretty empty. There's not much nectar in it. Some pollen. It's got plenty of room for her to lay in. She hasn't laid anything up in it yet. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this right in between these two. Have not seen the queen yet. She might still be in the box here, or maybe I did shake her off. Shake them off. The camera shut off on me while I was trying to get a couple of things ready. But basically what I've done now is I've shifted everything to one side. I've added the other frames I needed for this box. I was able to find the queen. I'm not sure if I caught that or not on the camera. So now they're ready to go. They've got some other frames here they can start working on. I'd have to imagine here in another week I'm going to be putting another box on this. They seem to be doing pretty well. They're building out pretty quick. Good brood pattern for the most part. Some spots were a little iffy, but she's just started laying again, so we'll give her a break for a minute. We'll base her brood pattern off of these frames when she starts working these. So for now I'm going to get them closed back up, get a lid on them. So go ahead and make sure you like and subscribe. That way you get the video update. I'm going to get these guys buttoned up. Hope you guys enjoy your beekeeping, and we'll see you on the next one.